The last video was talking about the order that you may want to revise in. Now, the order is important because once you know the order, well, you can then crack on with revising, can't you? However, there is another thing we need to consider before we create what I would call a full revision plan, i.e. what you're going to revise each week, what you're going to revise each day, and how are you going to work that one out. And the next step on that journey is something called interleaving. So that's what we're going to look at right now. So what is interleaving? Well, let me give you the opposite to it. The opposite would be taking a topic like CPU, revising it once, and that's it. So you got your November PPUs coming up, you revise CPUs once, and you never touch it again. That is really ineffective revision. And why is that? Well, you'll have your initial learning, the initial revision over the CPUs. You'll then consolidate that information, your brain will kind of start to digest it. And then after a few days, it will have forgotten a lot of what you have literally just revised, because we forget. There's something called the forgetting curve, which basically means after a few hours we've forgotten stuff we've just learned. Okay, and it's natural, it's what happens, but it does mean a single burst revision does not work for one topic. What you have to do is revise something more than once. So the way it works is quite simple. You revise the topic, say CPUs, you give your brain a chance to digest it a little bit, then you revise it again. Now that second revision block will probably take less time. Why? Well, you have already revised it, and you'll probably find you remember more than you did when you first revised it. Then you do it again, and then you do it again if need be. Okay? You come back to it more than once. There are going to be some topics that you struggle with, which you will need to revise more than maybe 3 times. There'll be some topics where you're just really confident. You look at it straight away in your first initial revision and you go, yeah, I've got that. And you may even do it twice. I would never do a topic only once, okay, because you might be confident at that point in time, but no one said you're going to be confident in a month's time, okay? So you should always revise everything at least twice as a minimum. So long and short of it, having spaces between revision points gives you a brain chance to A, digest it, and B, stop the forgetting curve from really kicking in and you forgetting it again. Okay, so that is what interleaving is. So this really short one, you must, as a tip, interleave your revision. Okay, break your revision down into small chunks, bite-sized chunks, 10-15 minutes only. After 15 minutes, your brain starts to saturate a lot, and whatever extra information is going in, it is not sticking as much as it was at the first 5 minutes. Okay, you may feel it is, but it probably isn't. Okay, it's probably not as effective as the first 5-10 minutes were. So you could be revising for an entire hour, and actually only half an hour of that might be really effective. So 50-minute blocks. Take a break, okay? That break could only be making a cup of tea, get yourself a drink, I don't know, listen to a song. It doesn't matter. A 5-minute break is more than adequate, and then you can do another revision topic. So let's say you revise for an hour, you might do 3 topics and have 3 breaks in between, okay? That is actually really effective revision time. Make sure you always revise a topic more than once. Never, ever just revise something once. Always do it multiple times. Okay, that is my advice on interleaving.